FamilyAffaires.com contributor, Dr. Robert Naseef. Hi.
Hi. Good to be here again with you.
Good to be with you. I just wanted to let our audience know that you are a psychologist, you're an author, and you work with families with disabilities. And you yourself are a father of a grown adult with autism. In part one of this series that we're doing, we were talking about the issue of employment for adults with autism. And we had discussed about the need to be able to get this population out there because they're really a population that are underemployed and probably unserved. So I know that recently you started working on a program, and I'd like for you to explain the program and the work that you're doing.
Sure. This is a fascinating new initiative, and some viewers may be familiar with the idea that some huge technical-oriented companies like SAP and Microsoft are actually recruiting individuals with autism who have the hard skills of their industry. They're recruiting them to work. And so recently, the ARC of Philadelphia approached me because they have a partnership with SAP, who has headquarters in Newtown Square, Pennsylvania.
Can you just explain for our viewers what the ARC
is
and what they do?
Sure. The ARC's an advocacy organization that was founded in the 50s and actually spearheaded the legislation that's become IDEA around the country. So they've been in the forefront of advocacy for people with disabilities and their families.
Okay, great.
And they're working in partnership with SAP, which is a global software giant, to do the training to get individuals with autism ready for openings in the corporation. So I was approached by Tanya Regley, who's the executive director of the ARC of Philadelphia, and she also is the parent of a child on the spectrum.
Wow.
And then I met Jose Velasco, who is the global coordinator of this program for SAP, and he has 2 young adult children on the spectrum. Stephen Shore, who's an adult with autism and a professor of special education, is the lead consultant along with myself in developing a 1-week training called Soft Skills for the Workplace.
So this is really cutting edge.
Absolutely, and I guess one of the points I'm underlining here is how leaders in this are all parents. And we partner with Montgomery County Community College, where Sherry Taylor Meerhoff is also a parent.
Wow.
And the program will happen there the first week of August.
Exciting.
Absolutely.
You know, and once again, and we were talking in our last video that we did together, was how normally a lot of changes that have come about in the special needs community have been started by the parents, because it's really the parents looking for a solution for their kids. And in my mind, there could be no stronger advocates than the parents.
That's the way it works. It's history and it's ongoing. It's the ongoing evolution. And also another partner in this project is vocational rehabilitation, which is vocational rehabilitation is a federal program administered by the states that people who get injured or people who have disabilities get services to become employable. The goal of vocational rehabilitation is to make people wage earners and taxpayers.
Okay. So ARC is a national organization.
Right.
So really, this program that you're developing, will this kind of be the pilot for other programs to be able to offer to other corporations? Because I mean, we're just talking about one corporation, but I can just think of so many that would be able to join in this program.
Sure, that's definitely a goal of the ARC, to engage other employers and to hire people with different kinds of skills, not just technical skills. But that's definitely like the vision that the ARC has and that I have.
Let me ask you, is it typical for individuals with autism to have those technical skills, to be really good on the computer?
Lots of people with autism are good on the computer. It doesn't require the same kind of social interaction as a lot of other skills. Of course, there's various levels of those skills,
Right.
And so on. But
I think also we hear about a lot of artists too.
Sure. I
Right?
mean,
that creative side.
that creative side is there, and I guess this high-tech side is sort of one stereotype. It's not that everybody with autism can do this
Right.
stuff. There's a wide, range of things that people with autism can do. But this is one of the things, and it's interesting that this opportunity is here now, because somewhere over 70% of people, adults with autism and other disabilities, are unemployed.
70%.
That's right.
And these are probably, out of the 70%, what percentage would you say could be employable if they were taught the right skills?
Probably the majority.
Wow.
If they were taught the technical skills, or the vocational skills would be the hard skills, the soft skills are the social skills, which would make many more people employable. I don't know how many, but a lot.
Think about what that would do for the families. Like you were saying, most parents of children with some type of disability, and I know this from a personal experience, a very good friend of mine has a son who is on the spectrum, and really this has been her concern her whole life, is what's going to happen to him when we are not here, when the parents aren't here. How is he going to be able to support himself, to function, and all of that? And I mean, besides what it does on a social level, that it educates, it gets the word out there, it gets big companies involved, it's also taking care of the families too.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just taking care of the whole society in a way.
Yeah.
And individuals with autism, as they grow up, need a range of services. Some don't need a lot, some need a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Many can be employed part-time or full-time, and this would make a huge difference. It takes a burden off families, it takes a burden off the public.
Yeah, this is wonderful. Dr. Naseef, I want to ask you to come back again. Let's do another video, and what I'd like to talk about next is, let's talk about what skills need to be taught to these individuals and how you're going to go about doing that, because I think that will be helpful to everybody out there.
Sure, that'll be fun to do.
All right, thanks so much.
You're welcome.